Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa. In case you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. As you saw by the title, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis, and I don't even know if these kinds of videos exist on YouTube. I just got back from the pool, so I'm sorry that I'm like a sweaty mess, but I just wrapped up the book. I listened to it on Audible and I feel so inspired right now. I was like, I just need to run home and film this thing. I can't I can't wash my face. I can't put my makeup on. I just need to like go film this while it's fresh. So anyway, I started reading this book last week, and like I said, I listened to it. And if you guys have never listened to a book before, I highly recommend it, especially this one. Rachel Hollis narrates it herself, and I think coming from her and her exclamations and the emphasis that she puts on certain words, it feels so genuine. Bless you. It feels so genuine, and I don't think I would have gotten as much out of it had I physically read it. The other thing is it takes me like 3 years to read a book because I read so slow. So it was about 6 hours long, I think, so I just broke it up into chunks, you know, listened to it on the way to work, listened to it, you know, like I said, I listened to it at the pool for a couple hours. I've been listening to it on my runs and walks and everything around the neighborhood. So anyway, so I don't want to spoil the book for anyone. I'm not going to give too much detail. It's really just going to kind of be my thoughts and why I think you should listen or read this book. But if you're someone who doesn't want to know anything about it, then maybe this might not be the best video for you. But I would love for you if you came back after you did read it or listen to it. So anyway, my thoughts. So the way the book is set up, and I think it's set up in a really clever way. So the actual title, I think it's called Girl Wash Your Face, Stop, I'm gonna butcher this, I forget, I could look it up, but I'm not going to, I don't have my phone with me. It's like, stop telling lies to yourself and start being the person that you were meant to be. And at this time in my life, like, I feel like this book couldn't have come across like my path and at a more perfect time. And again, like, she talks about faith, so she is a Christian, so keep that in mind. Like, that's not what the whole book is about, but she does, you know, allude to her faith. So if that's something that's important to you, then I think that you'll really like this. If it's not something that you are interested in, then I don't know that it would be a huge bother, but just so you know, she does talk about that throughout. But I really believe that God put this book in my path right now because I'm going through such a rut in a lot of different aspects of my life. You know, I'm struggling honestly with my self-worth, and you know, I'm so critical on myself, you guys, like, so critical. I'm so hard on myself, and it's like, I know this, so it's like, well, why aren't, like, if you know, then like, just stop. And it's not that easy. Like, I feel like this is something that's like in my DNA. It is just in my like core to be like so harsh on myself, and so it's not that I want to be perfect or I expect to be perfect. It's, sorry, the dogs are going after each other, of course, when I'm trying to have a serious conversation. It's not that I'm striving for perfection. It's more that like I want to do my best, and sometimes it just feels like as much as I do, as much as I try, there's just either not enough time to do everything, or I do as much as I can and I feel like it's my personal best, and other people, either you get feedback at work or something, let's say, that it like wasn't what they expected, or I'll use YouTube and Instagram or whatever as an example, because I know a couple of the people who watch me have their own YouTube channels, and I know that a lot of you are new YouTubers like me, and it can be so hard, you guys, and like, please let me know down below if you can relate to this. It can be so hard when you are starting out and you know that you can do this, you know that you can build a YouTube channel, you know that you have the passion for it and you want to create this community and you love it and you see it as a long-term thing, and you put your heart and soul into it, and then it doesn't grow. Or, you know, I don't know, you work really, really hard on this video, you're like super excited about it, and then it gets like no views. And then a video that you like threw together in like a half hour gets like, you know, more views, and you're like, what the heck? You know, I'll take it. But it's like, you feel like you aren't in control, and you, from a like metrics perspective, like you define yourself by those metrics, by the number of views you got, by the number of subscribers you have, by the number of likes you have on Instagram. It's so stupid and so silly, but it also at the same time feels like a reality of how you become like quote unquote successful at like, you know, at what you're doing. So in a lot of different facets of my life, like this same like idea exists where it's like I just feel like I'm not enough, and I tell myself like, well, why can't you do it? Like, she just started her YouTube channel, like look at her. And it's like I don't want to be like that, but my mind immediately goes to that. It's like, why aren't you enough? Why can't you do, like, what's going on? Like, so Rachel Hollis just does such a great job of like peeling back this idea, and she does it through different stories. So there's 25 chapters in the book, and every book she starts the chapter by saying the lie, and then it's going to be the topic for the chapter. So she talks about different things about like relationships, like being, you know, the lie that you tell yourself that you're not enough in a relationship or a friendship, about your weight and your body image, about Vinny, sorry, and a lot of different topics about being a mom. She talked about her journey in becoming a new mother and how it was so hard because she felt like all the other moms like had it like just down, like they had their house clean, gourmet meal, like, you know, a nice meal, the house is spick and span, and she just couldn't keep up. And she talks about all of these different struggles that she's experienced throughout her life, and how, like, you know, the different lies that she told herself, and how she prevailed in that, and how she was able to truly recognize that you are living for you. You're not living for anyone else. You're living for yourself, and you decide and you determine and dictate your happiness. You control your happiness. You can't control what goes on in the world around you. You can't control what people say to you, or the negative feedback you get, or if you get a nasty comment on YouTube, or whatever the case may be in your life. You can't control the different things that try to bring you down. But what you can control is your fight and how you're going to respond, and you can change your perspective, which I think just for me is so powerful. It's so powerful. And I can't summarize this book in a short little YouTube video, but all I can say is, walking away from this, like, I am feeling so refreshed and so inspired and so just ready to like make my life what I want to make of it. I'm not going to do things that don't make me happy. I'm going to try my very, very, very best to not define myself by the number of views I get, the number of likes I get, you know, things that happen at work. Like, I know who I'm meant to be, and I'm going to trust in God, trust in myself, and trust that the path that I'm on. I hope that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but from like the bottom of my heart, please, if this sounds like you at all, if you struggle at all with how, right when I got to the end, when I was really trying to sell it to you, my battery died, of course. I feel so compelled and so passionate about making this video, and I know that it's like a super random one for my channel, but I just feel so different. I feel like just excited about life, and I'm just excited that I'm going to walk through going forward, starting right this second. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my very best to not worry about outside influences. I know who I'm supposed to be. I know that God has a plan for me, and I know who I'm meant to be, and what I stand for, and what's important to me, and what I want out of my life. And I'm gonna stop telling myself that I can't have that life, and stop telling myself that I'm not gonna have a big YouTube channel, it's just not gonna work out for me, blah 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 blah. Like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like, yes it is. Like, this is what I want, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I love, and so help me God, I will continue doing what I love. Rachel Hollis, if you ever saw this video, I don't think you ever will, but if you do, thank you from the bottom of my heart for writing this book. It has changed me in more ways than you can imagine, and it came at the most perfect time in my life. So thank you so much. I am so excited to see what you come out with in the future, and I am so excited that someone like you has the platform that you do, and I just believe in you so much. So I am Team Rachel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like it. If you did, comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good weekend. Bye.